Before introducing myself, I'd like to start our presentation with a quote from Diderot. No? And the quote says that an encyclopedia that aims to capture all human knowledge cannot be the work of only one individual person. Denis Diderot and Jean d'Alembert were the editors of one of the first encyclopedias of the world. The encyclopedia was published over the course of more than 20 years between the year 1751 and 1777. And in Diderot's words, the encyclopedia was to change the common way of thinking through the expansion of knowledge and the expansion of and the development of critical modes of thought. The encyclopedia was a collaborative project in 1751. By the time the last volume was published, more than 140 people had contributed in its more than 70,000 articles. In the same spirit of Diderot, Wikipedia is today an encyclopedia in which individuals come together to learn, collaborate, and build knowledge. Today, right now, this information was uploaded today. Wikipedia has millions of editors, millions of pages, millions of users. So, if we speak now about the history of the cinema, and if we think about the first screening of Lumiere Brothers in 1895, what has movie evolved into? Or has it evolved at all? So today we are going to present a teaching innovation project about collaborative creation and production of videos in learning that we are developing in the Universitat Oberta de Catalunya. In this project participates a team of professors of IT, multimedia, and telecommunications department, of whom are here today myself, Adriana Ornellas, Antoni, Marin, and members of the Center for Technology and Learning, who are Muriel Gareta and Frances Santanac. So, in our presentation, first, we are going to talk about the social movement of open video tools and the emerging practice of creation and distribution of movies through the internet. Then, we are going to look at what we can take from this movement to support collective creation in learning. And finally, we are going to show how we promote the implementation of collaborative audiovisual projects in our university. Then, let's look first at the open video movement. Returning to the previous slide to answer our question. Tony.
The film of Elephant's Dream was the most and the first significant example of the open source movement in the field of the audiovisual. The pioneering computer-generated short film was entirely produced by a team of artists and animators from around the world using free software. The film has taken the philosophy of open source softwares into the cultural field, providing free access to films and the production process under the Creative Commons license, and promoting free distribution and free reworking of the audiovisual production. We can say that audiovisual production nowadays is a collaborative work between producers and consumers. The use of open resources and social softwares allow the redefinition of the concept and the relationship between production, distribution, and audiovisual consumption. The many possibilities offered by an open video resources for audiovisual production are an exponent of a broader cultural movement that is characterized by providing greater autonomy to independent artists, as well as interaction and participations of users in multiple and varied ways. It brings together amateur and professional filmmakers, composers, photographers, storyboard artists, by promoting collaborative video-related projects. Today, we can find many social networks that propose, collect, and promote video-related projects meant to be developed through collaborative participations. YouTube, Blip TV, or Vimeo, for example, not only allow users publish and freely distribution their works. Social interaction is also promoted through procedures as embed, RSS, or tags that are associated to clips. Also, participation in forums is an indicator of this social character of video. More recently, tools to insert comments or interaction inside the clips has been added to YouTube capabilities. Publishing and sharing audiovisual content in a free way is the first parameter of the idea of the social video. Remixing is the second. Remix or reuse audiovisual content is usual nowadays in video creation. Materials are uploaded under Creative Commons license and can be used by new authors in order to create new productions. And not only audiovisual content are shared, also ideas are usually reused. Remakes of films of TV series are common in the audiovisual web production.
After this overview, our question today is, in this context, how can higher education institutions create collaborative space that support creative and reflective learning practices? Or how to promote collective creation in learning? Traditionally, the e-learning scenario is based on closed and proprietary systems and resources. Also, virtual higher education institutions emphasize individual learning. However, today, open resource and social software have resulted in new forms of construction and representation of knowledge. These new forms have promoted change from e-learning to e-learning or collaborative learning paradigm in virtual institutions. In recent years, there has been a growing tendency to use non-educational design resources as educational ones. Example, blogs, wikis, podcasts, etc. Complex tools such as broadcast and video conference have become even more common in learning. Not to mention a growing list of services like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. However, we know that to regard these tools as real OER, the challenge is to integrate them into the virtual classroom and to design the best pedagogical use of them in higher education. To illustrate how we can promote audiovisual collective creation in learning, we will explain the example of the ICT competence course in the audiovisual communication degree at work. Within the framework of the European Space for Higher Education and creation of new degrees, the work has defined a transversal competence common to all degrees: the use and application of ICT in the academic and professional environments. And this competence is promoted in the course ICT or competence or ICTC, which is compulsory for all degrees and among CIS ACTS credits. The ICTC subject or course is based on project-based collaborative learning methodology and involves a continued and progressive process of acquisition of generic ICTs, such as digital information analysis and processing, digital information presentation and diffusion, online communication strategies, planning and management of a virtual project, and net-based teamwork. These are the competencies which we work in the ICT course. For each degree, the topic of the virtual project and the tools worked is defined according to the profile and the specific training needs of students in each area of knowledge. And in the audiovisual communication program, the virtual project now is a collaborative video documentary about intellectual property and the new digital society and Creative Commons license. And the students carry out the project through various different stages. No? In this figure, we can see the 4 stages of the project. For example, the first phase focuses on online communication and collaboration. The second phase on search and production of digital information. The third phase, digital information process. And the last phase on information diffusion and debate of the project. No? These are the phases of the project. The different phases of the project are supported by various collaborative open resources and free tools. These tools support the collaborative task of script writing, pre-production, editing, and post-production of the project. For example, in the first stage, students form the groups and define the topic of the project. And the collaborative process of writing the project plan is undertaken using of tools for collaborative work online, like Google Docs. In the second phase, focus on search and production of digital information. Information search are stored and shared in the groups using a social bookmarking. Also in this phase, the screenwriting is carried out in a collaborative way. In the third phase, an open video tool is introduced to support the collaborative process of editing post-production, mixing clips, adding audio, etc. Transitions, effects, captions. And finally, in the fourth and final phase, the different working groups broadcast their videos, projects on the internet on different video channels, like YouTube. And before the broadcast of the video, the teams apply for Creative Commons license for their projects. Now let's look at the open video tools used in the third stage of the project, which is the focus of our presentation. Initially, the open source video platform used in the course was GCAT. GCAT is an online video editor which functionalities include the possibility to remix and trim videos, add audio, transitions, effects, etc., and automated transcoding and export to YouTube. The online beta version of the editor also allowed multiple users to work collaboratively on a project through the creation of groups. However, on the course, we had a problem with GCAT, and the problem was that the platform was down for a period while it was retooled, and afterward, the platform was unstable. So, to solve this problem, we submitted a proposal in the Call for Innovation projects organized each year by the Work Vice Chancellorship for Research and Innovation. The project aim was to exploring open source and Web 2.0 video platforms that allow collaborative video production and choose the most optimal tool to integrate into the Work Virtual Campus. The Work Virtual Campus provides mechanism for its integration of OER. And each year, the university promotes innovation projects as a way to include this resource in the course. Then, during the benchmark phase of the project, we analyzed other platforms of videos such as Pixorial, Motionbox, and Kaltura. And in these tools, we were looking for the functionality of collaborative creation and the mechanisms for integrating in the virtual campus. In the end, the platform selected for integration was Kaltura. And Cultura enables collaboration during the editing, composing process between students. Users have to create accounts and can upload raw video material. Once done, they can edit and compose the clips. No? When the project is finished, the result can be exported directly to social media applications such as YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. And the integration of Cultura in the work virtual campus is done through WordPress. And it facilitates the management of multiple users with the added feature of being able to organize content into categories. Using block categories, teachers can define the working groups, and students who belong to each category have access to online video editing. We have developed a number of methodological guides about how to collectively create audiovisual content in a virtual environment. And now, in November, we will begin with the pilot test of Cultura for supporting collaborative audiovisual production as part of the ICT course. And to finish the presentation, we recommend you to visit the following website where you can find several examples of collaborative audiovisual projects developed by our audiovisual communication students. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
Yes.
Question or anyone? No? I have a question. What do students produce? What kind of programs? Are they short clips or are they full documentaries? Or
Yes.
Give me an idea what they do, what they produce?
A documentary about the theme of the project is about Creative Commons. Yeah. And the documentary, a short video documentary about this theme, and using free tools, free resource of the net, remixing of clips, remix of resource which is in the net.
And after some time, students use each other's materials as well, because that's apparently what you're promoting, which is, well, let's say, not always common in education, that you actually say, well, use what your colleague students did last year. That's what you actually do?
Yes. Actually, no. But
explain.
nowadays, no. But the reuse of contents of other colleagues now, no. But we
are working now in designing a quantity of audiovisual material that can be used and reused. It will be put in a repository, and it could be used for different projects in different ways. No?
Yes, they can see the work of other colleagues. Yes, they can see, but nowadays it's not reuse or reworking, but is the idea for the future.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, yes, go ahead.
Do you use any academic resources for the background material, theory, things like that, to go along with production?
Els tipos de materiales que utilizan.
Academic theory materials as part of the course material, or is it only just production?
I'm not the faculty.
Other materials in the course, academic material.
Theoretical materials.
Yes. They work in the virtual campus with tools of the campus and materials of the course of the subject too, and about. But the subject is very generic. We work in the subject's generic ICT skills. It's like an introduction to forms to work in a virtual environment. No, it's very generic. The subjects don't work a content, specific content, but generic skills. I don't know if.
Sorry, I was just wondering if it sounds like it's more of a technical course as opposed to like a cultural studies kind of course.
It's a practical course.
It's a practical.
It's a practical, yes.
It's the first course that our students do within our university, so they have capacities to use the e-learning environment.
Okay, so it's like a foundations course.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a mandatory course.
it's a mandatory course in most of the.
Yes, in all work degrees, yes. Yes.
Okay.
But in each degree, the tools worked and the theme of the project is
They have adapted the content of each course to the degree that the student is pursuing. So they are on the audiovisual communication first, and that's why they do collaboration video and all these kind of tools. In the humanities, for
yes,
example, they
humanities
do-
is a wiki. The project is carried out through a wiki, for example.
The purpose is to get them to
to get this way.
familiar with these different technologies and apply
Yes.
from the get-go as freshmen so that
Yes.
Hmm.
quite fun.
Yes. Okay.
Thanks for explaining.
Thank
it was,
you.
Makes it much clearer. Thanks again.